Welcome to the Shred Zone. This lesson is about shred guitar basics. Learn to unlock the secret of shred in your playing. Let's cover the lesson overview. First, we'll talk about shred guitar basics, the mechanics of technique, and how this relates to the efficiency of motion. Next, we'll learn a shred lick to apply these principles to. Email me at shredmasterscott@gmail.com if you'd like a copy of the tablature. Finally, we'll use the metronome to work the lick up to speed. It's gonna be epic! You may want to subscribe to my channel if you're interested in becoming a shred god and getting all the babes. The basic principle of shred guitar is velocity. The speed at which you can execute a series of notes is the primary hallmark of the style. So how does one develop this virtuosic speed? By studying and applying the mechanics of motion. It all boils down to this. From a physics standpoint, what's the most efficient way to get from point A to point B? This may sound complicated, but it's just a matter of paying attention to what you're doing. Look at your hands while you're playing. Are they flopping around like a douchebag, or are they controlled, utilizing smaller motions? Let's check out an example to illustrate the efficiency of motion. Let's cover the fingering for the secret to shred lick. What we've got is index finger on the 6th fret of the G string, and then we've got middle finger on 7 of G, pinky on 9 of G, then you're going to come back down, middle on 7, index on 6, and then middle on the 7th fret of the D string before repeating the lick. Now that you have the basics of the lick, let's talk about how to apply shred guitar mechanics to the sequence. This lick uses picking and legato, or hammer-ons and pull-offs. Drop me an email if you'd like a PDF file of this tab. There's 2 notes that you're going to pick in this lick. The 6th fret of the G string, and right there on the 7th fret of the D string. You're going to downstroke the first one, and then you upstroke on that D string note, 7th fret. You're inside of the strings there, in between the strings, in between D and G, as opposed to picking on the outside of the strings. You're right in between them. Staying inside the strings is important for efficiency of motion. There's less distance to travel. So there's your efficiency of motion for the picking hand. For the left hand, what you're going to want to do is hold down all of your fingers when you play the lick. The ones that aren't being used, you keep down so this index finger never moves. What you might even do is just forget about the D string note for a minute and just play the notes on the G string. You notice when my pinky finger is down, the other 2 fingers, the index and middle, are down as well. That's very important in terms of achieving your peak velocity or speed. Because if you lift your fingers up after you play them, then you got to get them all the way back down to the fretboard. Really going to slow you down, as opposed to keeping them down much faster. And then you put the whole lick together. The metronome is an invaluable tool to increase your velocity. By gradually increasing speed, your body adapts to the new stimulus you're placing on it. In the interest of brevity, I'll move through the tempos quickly. On your own time, you'll want to progress much more slowly. Don't be afraid to go 1 click at a time. Here we are at 52 beats per minute, 16th note triplets, or 6 notes per beat. What you might even try doing is just picking with the right hand on one string to get used to that 6 notes per beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now let's hear it at 80 beats per minute. You hear me accenting that beat on beat 1 there. Helps keep your place in the timing. Here we go with 112. Getting pretty fast now. See if I can do it at 138. So that's getting pretty quick. I might try one more. Maybe a couple reps at 152. And you might just try just doing a couple just to get that speed burst. You may not be able to do it for very long, but it's going to help you sprint quicker. Yeah. The secret to achieving more velocity and shred power in your playing is efficiency of motion. Start by examining your playing with a critical eye. Try out the shred lick in this video to blast past your previous speed boundaries. Use the technique tips to expedite your progress. Finally, use the metronome to gradually work this lick up to speed using 16th note triplets. Subscribe to the Shred Zone to become a guitar god and get all the chicks. Until next time, shred till you're dead.